Hi everyone, welcome back. I thought today we could do like a how much can I finish in like a week vlog. I know that's kind of vague and also like not, for everyone, but I am really close to finishing one of my projects, and so I thought I would take you guys along with me as I do it. So as if you've been following me for a while, or if you've watched any of my old videos, especially my knitting podcast, you'll know that I am knitting my wedding veil. And I have been working on this. I started planning this project in December to January of 2023. Yeah, 2023. I started planning my what I wanted. I got engaged on Christmas in 2022, so I was like, oh, perfect, what do I want to do? And I knew I wanted to include like knitting or like some sort of like craft in it, because obviously like I run a crafting channel, that's my thing. I like to knit, so I was like, I'm gonna add some knitting to my day. And I thought, I don't have the patience or the skill to make the dress, and I was like, also I really want to have that experience of like going dress shopping. That's always something I've wanted to do, so I was like, gotta have that. So I said I'm not gonna hold myself to making the dress, because that is too much pressure for me and also would take all of my time, and I didn't really feel like I was ready to do that, because at that point I hadn't made a sweater that fits. So I was like, no, we're not attempting that. So I decided that the veil was the next easiest, and then also I was able to reuse it, because I'm like, oh well, if it's a veil it could also be a shawl, because they can like double duty. So I started, and you're gonna see the outside, so I'm apologizing, the back, but this is what I have, and I think I can just barely get it all to fit, but it has these cute little hearts. So it starts with this doily pattern, and this pattern I found in a vintage knit doily book that I have subsequently misplaced because I don't need it anymore. I finished the inside a while ago. So it starts off with this doily pattern. I thought that would be just like the simplest way to get it started. I did 2 repeats of the little hearts because I thought, oh, how cute, they're little hearts. I did add some beads. I have since stopped adding beads because that took too long and I got bored. And also I wasn't really sure how many I wanted to add, and so then I figured I'd just knit the rest of it, and then if I really want to bead it, I'll sew the beads. But I checked out a stitch dictionary. I think it was Elizabeth Walker. Is that who? I'll pop up a photo of the stitch dictionary that I hunted through to find the lace patterns, because I knew I wanted it to be kind of like a sampler type thing. So then I had this lace, which is kind of cute. It's cute, but I do not have the brain power to do it, so I did not do very much of that stitch, and I will not be repeating it later. But I have this one, which is a cute little fern, and then the joyous part, I'm on the last bit, is this really cute feather fan stitch. I think it's called Old Shale, and I followed Elizabeth Zimmerman's pie shawl, kind of, sort of. I think I shouldn't have done the doily in the center if I wanted to do a proper pie shawl, but each of the sections is a set number of stitches, and I increased the section, like the line, like right before I started it. So I would stop here, I would knit a row, increase, and then knit like another row, and then start the second one. So I did the same thing up here, and I think all of my research has been saying that it will grow about 25%, this guy, and I wanted it to be 38 inches radius, like on one side, so it's quite big, honestly. So I'm not surprised it's taken this long. So far I've got this much left of a 100 gram hank thing. I'm using Knit Picks Bare Shadow, and so I'm going to probably just use the rest of this to finish. I'm going to do 10 repeats of this pattern right up here. So I'm on number, I think 4. So let's hold on, 1, 2. Yeah, I'm on 4. So I'm gonna try and do at least one a day. They do take forever, obviously, because there's a lot of stitches, but I'm gonna try and finish the 10 repeats and get it cast off this week. And then, if I can get it cast off this week, I can start the hem, the border, because I just want it off the needles at this point. So I'm going to take this lovely yarn that I got at my local yarn store. This is Palouse Yarn Co. Silky Mo. I can't remember what color I bought, but I bought it on sale. It's 100 grams. It's just a cute little mohair with like different little shades of green. And I thought, oh, that's really cute. And also, I really like green. So I was like, oh, that'll be like such a cute little tie-in. So I'm going to make my border out of this. And I'm going to crochet it on. I have my hook. My little 8, vintage 8. So I need to find a border that I'm going to do. And then I can use the 2 of these together. But yeah, that's the plan for that. But I think it'll just be kind of fun to see it off. And then if we get there, which we probably won't, because I'm going to be honest, these rows take forever. And while only one of them is technically the pattern row, it just takes a long time to get there. But I also have this wire, which I believe should make a circle with a 38-inch diameter, or slightly bigger. So what I'm planning to do is to put this into a large circle, and then I have a tablecloth, large 40-inch circular tablecloth, that I'm going to wrap around this, and then I'm going to pin the shawl to that when I block it. And I think I'm going to do a wet block, because I do want it to kind of like see how big it can grow. Honestly, just because I want to see how dramatic I can make this thing without having to knit more rows, because I'm so tired of knitting. Not because I'm like, I hate this project, but because I'm just like, I want it off. I want to be done. I've been working on this thing. I've been taking breaks, like a couple of weeks long breaks, but I have been taking, like, I've been working on this or thinking about it since I started this channel. Hi, welcome back. Please ignore the background. I wanted to give you a little update on where I'm at. I thought I could do like 4 rows a day, because I was like, oh, 4 rows, that's so small. I forgot how many stitches. So in reality, it took me 2 days to do 4. I just started the 5th actual pattern repeat, and so the pattern for this one is for this top one is you knit 2 together 6 times, and then you yarn over knit 1 6 times, and then you just repeat that. So I have started the 5th pattern repeat, and then after that I'm going to do a row of pearls. Technically the pattern says a row of knits, but because I'm doing it in the round, it's a row of pearls, and then I'll do 2 rounds of just knits. And those do go a little bit faster. It's just this one takes a while, because I have to like count and keep track, and then also make sure that I'm like doing the pattern correctly, which is mostly just me paying attention. But that one's going to take a little bit, and it's kind of late. All right, so I thought we could do a quick kind of check-in on the progress. I'm not sure why it's doing this buckling. I'm assuming it's because I still have most of it on the cable needle. I'm a little concerned about the weird buckling it's doing up here. You can't see this other half, but I'm a little concerned about this buckling that the pattern is doing. I did do an increase here before I started this feather stitch, and there is one down here, and I knew it was lying flat up until here, so I'm assuming that part of my problem is that it's still on the needle. But I thought we could do like a quick how long it's measuring pre-blocking. So I have my center in here.
And if I stretch this to be just slightly better. Okay, so it's measuring, say like 22 and a half. Oh, you can't even see that. Hold on. So it's measuring 22 and a half, which is good. We need to chat. So I didn't knit anything on my veil project. I instead made this. Well, I finished this. It is a crocheted raglan cardigan. I made it out of Lion brand. I don't remember what it was, but it was cakes, and I bought them for $5 like a while ago. They were on like clearance at my local Michael's, and I was like, oh, they're so cute, and I'll find something to use them for. And then I didn't use them for like a year, and I thought I should use these. And I thought, oh, my fiance would like a cardigan because he's been getting into them recently. And I thought, oh, how simple, I'll just make him like a cardigan. So I thought, how hard could it be to crochet a raglan cardigan? And then I said, I don't need a pattern, I know how to crochet. So I found the basics of how to crochet a raglan, and I made this. It's kind of cute. It's finished. It is hanging on my bedroom wall currently, which is why, so this, this is a plastic tablecloth I got at the dollar store that I pinned my shawl onto. I blocked it this morning, took it off last night, ended up using a little over 200 grams because I didn't get the final 10. I wanted to do 10 repeats of this last stitch pattern, but I ended up not getting it because I didn't have enough. And then I did a 7th one. So I did the pattern where you knit 2 together for 6, and then you knit one, you yarn over knit 1 6 times. I did that for a 7th time, and I probably should have cast off then instead of trying to fit another half of a repeat in of that pattern, because I then did, so the next one, when you knit it flat, is supposed to be a knit row so that it has like a little bump, like a little ridge. And you can kind of see there's like a tiny little ridge after each repeat of it. And that was supposed to be, so I was purling those rows because I'm obviously knitting every stitch, and if I just knit, it would like lay flat like stockinette. So I purled that row, and I could have just taken it off then and I would have had enough, but because I did that purl row, I didn't have enough on the next knit row to take it off, and I had been doing a stretchy bind off. So normally I do like a long, I don't know what kind of cast off it is, where it's where you knit 2, and then you slide the first stitch off the needle. But I do that really tightly, so I was worried that it wouldn't lay flat, like if I did that one. So I did a stretchy bind off where it's you knit 2 and then you insert, so like you have your 2 stitches on this one, and then you take this needle and you insert it and you knit them together. So you knit 2. I don't really know what it's called. I think it's Jenny's super stretchy bind off, but I have forgotten at this point. I have forgotten what it's called. I just know that I know how to do it. So that's what I do when I want a stretchy bind off, and I didn't have enough, so I had to in the middle of casting off, connect the second one because I wasn't ripping it out, because this thing is massive. I know you can't see the bottom, but it's quite large. It's quite large. I was like, I'm not ripping. It took me forever. I started watching The New Look on Apple Plus, and I had 2 episodes. It took me 2.5 episodes to do the bind off alone. The bind off alone, it took forever. But yeah, it's finished now. It's gonna hang out here for a little bit. I'm hoping that I'll be able to stretch it. It was a little conservative because I didn't want to do anything weird, and also I've never blocked anything this big or full of lace, so I might let it sit for a little bit. I might go hang it over my shower rod and just let it hang and see if that helps a little bit with some of the lace stretching itself out, because this lace right up top here, it looks really nice up here. The problem is that obviously got stretched out, as you can tell, because it doesn't look so good. But the bottom and the sides are not so much. They're a little, they don't look as good. So I might
let it sit like this. I am not thrilled with my blocking because I was a little impatient doing it this morning before I went to work, before I logged on. So, not thrilled with my blocking. Don't look at that. I'm not thrilled with that. Um, but I do have like 7 months, 8 months. I think it's like 8 months exactly tomorrow. So Tuesday when you're seeing this, or not Tuesday when you're seeing this because I still have to edit this video, but Wednesday, I think actually. Wednesday of this last week, the 28th, whatever the 28th is. I think then I have like 8 months. So this is finished. Thank God it's done. It's actually like basically dry now, so I could probably take it off the board and go hang it in the bathroom, but I'm gonna let it sit for a little bit longer. Maybe like later today I'll take it off and we'll see how it looks. But it looks pretty good. I think I got roughly 30 inches from like up here to the middle, which is nice. And then I think if I let it hang for a few days, the bottom will stretch out, which you can't see, but the bottom might stretch a little. But yeah, I'm kind of proud of it. I'm really thrilled that it worked because I took it off last night and then I thought, oh, I'll lay it out and see how it looks because I just want to like see how much it's gonna grow. So I like laid it out flat and I was like, ooh, how does it look? And then I laid it out, but like it wouldn't fully lay flat. It like had a weird little dip, like a tip. I'll put a picture up, but like it scared the daylights out of me. I was like, oh no, what if it doesn't block flat? And then I blocked it and it blocked flat. So great for me. Also, another reason you should block your knits. I washed it and the water was like low-key kind of brown because I've been carrying it around for so long. It had so much dirt packed up into the yarn. I was like, this is nasty. So might be steaming it later, probably to fix these edges, depending. I'm also still debating doing a hem. I don't know why I didn't realize, but it has a little bit of a ripple because of the pattern I picked. So I might leave it at that ripple. I might add a hem. I haven't decided yet. I might let it sit for a little bit and see what I think later, but it's finished and I'm thrilled. Now I have to do all the bridesmaid shawls that I have discussed, but now that that's all I have to do, I'm actually not that upset. I wasn't upset before, but like now I'm not as like stressed out because I have to take this thing off because it's finished now. It is like bare minimum. It is good. As Claude from Retro Claude would say, it is good. It's finished. It's off the needles. It's not sitting there languishing. So it is good. Better would be fixing my weird kind of whack block job. And best would be maybe adding a border. And also fixing my whack block job. But it's finished. And that's all I wanted. So it is off the needles.